This video is brought to you by Practical Music Theory for the Rock Guitarist, my new book, which is a comprehensive guide to all aspects of music theory necessary for playing rock guitar. From blues to the cycle of fifths, from understanding and using modes to choosing the right notes for a melodic solo, from pentatonic scales to chord construction and keys. It's all covered in a clear and concise manner. With accompanying video demonstrations, jam tracks and tabs, you'll learn to use the knowledge you gain in accessible ways that make sense for less than the cost of a few guitar lessons. Check out the link in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now, I've said many times that my favourite guitar player of all time was the wonderful Mr. Gary Moore. But that's not quite the same thing as if somebody asks you who's the best guitarist in the world. And I would have to say, hands down, the best player alive at the moment is the fantastic Mr. Guthrie Govan. And therefore, when I was offered the chance to check out one of his signature model guitars, this very instrument here, I jumped at the chance because, there's always that little thing, isn't there? What does a player as good as that play on? What is their guitar like? Well, I sound a little bit like them if I get one. Of course, you won't, but there's always that kind of temptation to think that way, isn't there? So this is the Charvel Guthrie Govan signature model. This is the made in Japan version, I believe, because there's two. There's one that's made in the USA. It's been very kindly lent to me by a chap who's a big fan of this channel, and he's loaned me a few guitars in the past. If you remember that Duesenberg I reviewed a few months ago, and before that the Music Man Axis Super Sport. And this one is also part of his collection, and there's another one behind me as well that he's loaned me, which is, going to be checked out in due course. What have we got here then? Well, we've got a set of locking tuners, caramelised maple neck, 24 absolutely humongously large stainless steel frets. We have a basswood body with an ash top. I don't know how thick the top is. Is there any kind of moment when it stops being a top and starts being a veneer? I don't know, but it's a handsome looking beast, isn't it? And, HSH pickups with some clever switching that we'll talk about in a moment. Nice little touches like glow in the dark side dots. Very handy if you're on a pitch black stage and, you've got to kind of hit the chord at the right fret, as the lights go up. Same here, we've got glow-in-the-dark numbers on the volume and tone controls, 5-way pickup selector, and a little mini toggle down here. So let's address that. This is just a quick first impressions video. I'm going to do a full kind of deep dive review of this on Sunday, but this will keep us going for the moment. Let's have a look at what these pickups are doing here. This little mini toggle, when it's in the down position, the pickups are just, the two humbuckers are just humbuckers. When it's in the up position, they are they're not. I don't think it's a coil tap or a coil split. It's listed on the spec sheet as being a single coil simulation. So we'll see how good that is. I'm going at the moment into the Blue Guitar Amp 1 Mercury Edition. I'm on the clean channel at the moment, so we can kind of hear the tonal differences between the different pickup selections, possibly a little bit more defined than when we start throwing on a bit of dirt, which we will do in due course. But I'm just going to run through the 5 different positions on the pickup selector, which are bridge humbucker, or bridge in either humbucker or single coil mode, depending where you've got that little mini toggle set. We're going to start in humbucker mode. So humbucker, split humbucker and middle pickup, both split humbuckers, then split humbucker and middle pickup, so kind of neck and middle, and then when it's all the way forward, we're on the neck pickup, as I say, depending on where that little mini toggle is set in either single coil or humbucker mode. So let's have a listen to the tones that we're going to get. exactly the kind of sounds that you would expect from a guitar of this nature. You know, kind of an evolution of the Stratocaster, a fat Strat, a super Strat, kind of set of sounds, really. Let's see what those humbuckers sound like when we engage the single coil simulation. I'm just going to do the neck and bridge pickups here to see what how single coil like they sound. Yeah, thins it out nicely, doesn't it? Makes it that little bit more transparent and single coil like. I mean, all of this, you know, kind of clever switching is makes it a very versatile guitar, I suppose. You know, it is very, very Stratocaster like. I mean, you put a blindfold on and somebody hands you this guitar, you would pick it up and think, yeah, this is a Strat. You know, there's just it feels like it's got that sort of heritage behind it and everything. Because, well, we can see. I mean, Charvel are owned by Fender these days, aren't they? Hence the headstock shape and everything. It feels like a really well put together, well sorted instrument. Really, I do have a little bit of a kind of downer on Strats at the moment. I don't know how long that's going to last, but you know, I'm going to try and not let that colour my view of this guitar. And let's throw a little bit of dirt on. We're going to go to the vintage channel on the Blue Guitar amp. These are the settings that I'm using here. This is a kind of more of an old school Marshall kind of tone, and I'm just going to have a little bit of a noodle about and riff around and do some cliched stuff in A minor, which is pretty much all I've done all my life, really. But let's just have a listen. Effortless to play, really is effortless, and you know, as I say, I'm not really into the whole kind of Strat thing at the moment, but these are, I think, excellent Stratocaster flavoured sounds. Let's throw a little bit more dirt on at the moment for the next bit. Again, same settings on the amp, but the new exhaust pedal into the front end of it. I'm doing everything in humbucker mode here. We've heard what the single coils sound like. Let's throw the new X on and see what that does to the tones. having fun there. Almost got away with some of that, didn't I? Yeah, it's a beautifully made, excellent sounding guitar that, you know, just it's basically a massively versatile instrument, isn't it? You know, if you're into the whole kind of Strat sort of thing. Is this going to make a convert of me? I'm not entirely sure, but I'm having a lot of fun playing it, and I'm going to have a lot of fun trying to put together a fitting piece of music for the full review of this on Sunday. I'll probably just stick to my usual formula because, you know, I'm not going to try and pretend to be Guthrie because I'm not. But yeah, really, really nicely put together guitar. Couple of grand. It's by no means a budget instrument, but it's by no means the most expensive signature model guitar out there on the market, is it? Yeah. Those are my first impressions of the Charvel Guthrie Govan MJ signature model. Make of them what you will. Come back on Sunday to see a fully kind of worked up piece of music. And we'll do all the usual weights and measures, pick up readings and neck profiles and, you know, nut width and how much it weighs and all that kind of stuff that I usually do on these on those full review videos. But for now, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 p.m. UK time. We drink beer and talk about music and guitars. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.